What is the deal, everybody? It is Seawell back here with another video, and this past Sunday I went to Rockingham for the first time in a while, actually. As I had mentioned on my previous podcast episode with Peter Brushy, there was the E30 event with Motorsports for the Masses, and MB Drift Series was at the track. Let's get right into the action. Make sure to watch the end because we got some great footage, got some onboard views as well, so make sure you watch the very end. First up, we got E30 practice on Sunday morning, then we'll go right into the drifting and onboards, ride-alongs, etc. So let's get started.
Scotland Park, yeah. We both had the same. Like a half. I still gotta get ready anyway.
bit more than I wanted to, but that's because it's essentially. I guess we're taking the fuel down that. Oh, he's. That one?
Justin Bauer here outside of Little Rock, and you're with the MB Drift group. Could you talk to us about the group and how it came about?
I don't really know how they came about, but I can tell you I've drifted with them for somewhere around 10 years. I started back, I want to say 2010. I used to drive a stock 240 4 hours to Myrtle Beach Speedway and go out there and try my hand at drifting, and that's where I started. And all the MB guys out there are very welcoming and, lend a hand here, helping people learn how to drive and stuff like that. So like I took to them a lot, being friendly and whatnot. So I just kept going to their events, and fast forward a bunch of years, I believe someone bought out the track in Myrtle, so they moved out here, and now they drift here in Rockingham, and I've just been running with them.
Very interesting. So could you tell us about your car that you have right here?
This car I purchased at the beginning of this season. It's a 2015 Mustang GT, stock Coyote. The only thing done to it is seat, cage, harness, coilovers, angle kit, and exhaust and tune. Other than that, it's pretty stock.
Awesome. And you're this year's champion, right?
I am 2022 Myrtle Beach Grassroots Series championship winner, yes. Round 4, we got the number 1 qualifier spot, finished the event with a first place finish, and that bumped us from 5th place to 1st place overall. So, really lucky there.
Well, that's great. Congrats. How many drivers compete in the events?
50, give or take, 50 drivers overall. It's not always 50 drivers every round, but something like that, yeah.
Is this your first time at Little Rock, and what is your favorite part about the track?
This is probably my 3rd or 4th time at Little Rock. I don't know if you can see that BMW in the background, but that sweeper back there, that's probably the funnest part of this layout. But personally, I like the infield stuff better. I don't know if it's just because it's like one sweeper and then one more turn and it's done, or what, but I like the infield stuff better.
So, how's your experience been this weekend?
Today is my first day out here this weekend. I just got back from vacation. I got a buddy that's thinking about getting a Mustang to drift, so we wanted to put him in the seat and see if he kind of liked the car or not. So really, I'm not out here driving that much. I'm out here, I'll give a ride or two, but mostly just letting him ride out this weekend.
Well, that's really neat. So with this group, do y'all have like a point system, time system? Could you explain about how the championship and how things are decided with MB?
So in competition, there's line, angle, and style. So there's 3 different judges, and it's judged off of those 3 criteria. And you have a lead driver and a chase driver. They do the run, they judge those 3 things, and then you swap, and you have the other guy leads and follows.
Gotcha.
By the way, I'm horrible at explaining things, but yes, essentially that's how it's going. It's a judge sport with a point system.
All right, awesome. I didn't know that. Are you like a strictly Ford guy, or are you into other manufacturers?
It depends on how you ask that question. I will drive anything, and I like anything, but I've been a Ford guy since a little kid, thanks to my father. We grew up in 78, 79 F-150s, Broncos, and stuff like that. When I got into drifting, I drove a 240 SX, and finally, 10 plus years later, I decided I wanted a newer chassis, a more relevant chassis, and of course I went back to my roots, to the Ford. So yes, technically I'm a Ford guy, and that's how we came to this car.
Well, thank you very much for your time, Justin.
Yep.
Really appreciate it. Anthony Woods gave me a ride along in his 2004 Infiniti G35 sedan, and I couldn't miss out on the opportunity, and I had a blast. Here's onboard footage from the runs.
Stuff like that, and I sold my Jeeps and got into drifting, and mainly because I could bring my kids and my family out to the track and have a good time with all of them.
Gotcha.
But I actually just started driving last year. Like last June was my first event driving, and I just kind of stuck with it, kept practicing, practicing on the sim and stuff like that at home. Gotcha. During the off season, and it helped a lot, like with muscle memory and driving by sight instead of just relying on feel. It gives you like a visual aspect, I guess you could say. Mm-hmm. And like just working with certain guys, I guess you could say, like some of the more experienced guys, they've helped out with like technique stuff, and it's helped out a lot. Like the drifting community is like really helpful, and it's more or less like a family. For the most part, everybody's friendly and welcoming. Like we help each other. I mean, hell, last year I watched a guy, like he broke the whole brake, like the whole wheel come off, hub, like everything on the back of the car come off. He was able to source everything from like either people that were local, or like the parts house had everything he needed. So he was able to put the car back together before comp started, and was still able to compete. And everybody was like, one guy run here, one guy run there, and this one went there, all while he was tearing the car apart, and they all, like, everybody chipped in to make sure he was able to compete. And like, you know, most sports, like we'll use drag racing for instance. All right, most of the time, if your opponent, his car breaks, like you're like, hell yeah, I got an easy buy and run, all I gotta do is make it to the other end, I'm good, I'm going to the next round. This sport, complete opposite. We're like, no, we want to have the chance to drive to see who's better. Like, you know, we want that challenge. We want this, we want it. So, and plus, like, it's fun. That's one thing about drifting. Like, once the fun's gone, it's like it gets harder. Like, if you just have fun and just stick with it, and like one of the girls out here, she's like, I don't want to drive with nobody or nothing like that, because I don't want them laughing at me and talking shit if I spin out. I'm like, but spinning out is part of learning. You're not just gonna go out there and not spin.
Facts.
To be fair, I almost caught looking back up to you though. Hey, well, that was only second gear. about Devin, he said when you're following somebody, instead of trying to transition with them, just look at where they transition and transition at the same spot instead of with them.
Okay.
So if you just look at where I'm transitioning, it might make it a little bit easier.
Okay.
It helped me, so.
Man, I had a fantastic Sunday. I mean, just the weekend was great in general, from going to vacation to being able to go to Rockingham and experience drifting for the first time. And it was so awesome to get to see the Motorsports for Damascus guys again. I hadn't seen them in months, and being able to spend time with them. It was also great to get to meet the Myrtle Beach Drift Series guys and was able to make some new friends. I'm very thankful again for the opportunity to be able to go film at Rockingham, and I had an absolute blast. I hope y'all had an absolute blast as well watching this, and if you did, please hit the like button, please subscribe, and it would be awesome if you could share this video out with everyone you know. I really appreciate each and every one of y'all's support, and that'll wrap up the video. Thank y'all so much for watching again, and until next time, I'm out.